All right, guys, welcome back to the Camper Dan Files. My name is Chris. In today's video, we'll be replacing the center console armrest. Like I mentioned in a previous video, mine's is ripped, as you can see. Initially, I was gonna replace this, just the skin portion of it primarily. I've done similar for my 2015 Nissan Altima. In fact, the armrest in that vehicle was worse than this, and I'll show you guys how bad it was. I'm in the process of replacing this hideous thing. This is the top of my center console armrest. It's deteriorated. If you look over here at my door panel, you see the same. Ended up coming back for this guy, the center console. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it open and take out those screws there and remove it with the hinge. Now, for this particular swap that we're gonna do, again, we're not gonna change the skin, we're gonna change the entire lid. I was able to source this off of the Pathfinder that you guys seen in the previous video with the leather interior. So this is something that the previous owner placed in here, Velcro and a pad. And if you look over on my driver's side door, you'll see the same. And I intend to keep it that way. I doubt this is gonna come off. Well, we'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky. But if this comes off and it adheres to the replacement lid, that'll be a plus. But yeah, see? It's even worse than I thought. I couldn't even see that portion. I only knew about this tear or rip because I was able to see it. This, on the other hand, was underneath, so there was no way I was able to see it. But we're gonna replace that, and it's gonna be as good as new. Let's get some tools. In this case, it's just a tool, as in singular, because you only need one for this. Usually when you start looking at these particular items, especially in the junkyard or in some people's personal Pathfinders, you'll find where this entire mechanism is just flopping all over the place because, you know, your little tab is missing there. But mine's is completely intact. We're gonna unscrew the 3 screws from the lid of this, and we'll go ahead and swap in our replacement part. And here it is. And it's tear free. It's 100% intact. So I was just reviewing my part, my replacement part. This came off of a 2001 Pathfinder, a LE trim with the leather interior. Now, there's 6 screws that held this in place in that vehicle, but on my 2001 R50 SE trim, it is only 5 screws. So I'm opting to just take the hinge off at the top off of the actual lid and then just swap things over that way. That appears to be the only difference between the two of these parts. Everything else is in the same orientation. Just weird how they change things and in the same year, one trim level apart. Oh well. Now we're gonna go ahead and take our screws out. And our lid immediately wants to pop off. So what you want to do in that event, you want to go ahead and remove this. Oh, this is usually latched in there. Oh, this one snapped. The other one is still in good shape. The replacement part is complete, so that's fine. Not a biggie. All right, let's get the rest of these screws out. All right, guys, here's where I have to put you down now because I need my other hand. Now, what we're gonna do next is take the hinge off, because again, this is the hinge from the LE trim. We'll take this off. And hopefully this does match up, because they do look exactly the same. As we all know, looks can be deceiving. So we'll take it with a grain of salt. Just drop those in our cup holder. I know my truck is gross, guys. I do clean it every now and again. But sadly, because of its use, again, this isn't my daily driver. This is a, hey, let's go camping and go down dirt roads and 4x4 trails, you know, so it's always in the dirt. I've actually waxed this thing before, and the very next weekend, boom, it was back in the dirt again. So, plus I think it looks better dirty anyway. All right. So we have one screw in, and our second screw's almost completely bottomed out. And yes, it did work. It matched up just like we were all hoping. It's just funny how they change one minute or major thing, you know, such as a hinge. Again, this is the LE 6 screws, but on the SE trim of that same model year, 5 screws. But we'll take it. Oh, that's pretty neat. So I just learned something today, guys. Pushing the stand here back into its home, and that's exactly what it is. You close it. When you need to open it, you just grab your button or your tab right here. You open it, and as you push it back, this actually props it up. Wow, that is mega cool. But check it out. That looks so much better. And when I detail my truck again, you guys will be able to appreciate it more. This is cool. All right, so what I'm gonna do with our center console lid here next is probably gonna make a lot of you cringe. If you look away or decide to stop the video here, I fully understand. Now, remember, we wanted this to appear OEM and clean. Now we have our friend here, Mr. Padded Velcro. I took the other side off, and it was held by this little bit of gum material, but it's all gone. I have some 3M tape I was thinking about using, but I don't think it's big enough for this application, and it's gonna be too tedious. So instead, what I'm gonna do is Gorilla Glue this guy. I can see your faces now. So we'll take our Gorilla Glue and start adhering it, just like so. I'm not gonna go gun-ho on this. I just want it in the areas where it's gonna need to be held. Again, it's not gonna be the whole thing because I'm trying to be careful with that glue and not impact our interior here. Trying to remember the orientation of this. All right, we're committed. There. And let that guy set up. We're gonna go ahead and end today's video here, guys. Until next time, keep using your Pathfinder as a Pathfinder. On or off the pavement.